I bet you didn't know that cooking eggs is one of the most difficult and technical skills that you could possibly learn as a chef. Today I'm going to show you the ultimate egg video. I'm going to walk you through multiple different techniques to cook eggs. Poaching, scrambling, frying, hard-boiled, soft-boiled, medium-boiled, omelets, all of the main cooking techniques surrounding eggs. I'm going to sort of walk through. I'm going to show you some tricks, some tips, and ways that you're going to be able to elevate your egg game at home, all right? Let's go. It just so happens that eggs are the workhorse of the culinary world. Desserts, savory dishes. What's an egg actually made of? You have the egg yolk in the middle, then it's surrounded by egg white, and then around that egg white there's water. There's like really loose liquid. Each 3 parts of the egg have different properties. They do different things. So let's get started. I'm gonna walk you through everything I know, and hopefully by the end of this video you're gonna learn something useful. All right, let's go. Okay, so everybody, hard-boiled, soft-boiled, medium-boiled. Soft-boiled egg, you're looking at something along the lines of 7 minutes, okay? So take an egg, I'm gonna put a 7 on it. For medium boil, you're looking at, I'm gonna call it 9 minutes. Hard-boiled, 12 minutes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop all 3 eggs in. I'm gonna set my 7-minute timer, and I'm dropping this into boiling water. I'm going to get a bowl of ice ready, so that way when they're done, I can take them out, put them straight into an ice bath. Couple things about boiling eggs. You want to put them into boiling water, but you don't want the water to be going so crazy that they're going to bounce around so much because you're going to break them. Second thing, when you drop the eggs in, use a spoon or a spider or something where you're able to sort of drop them in really gently. Third thing, which I'm not doing because I'm only showing you 3 eggs, always cook like 2 or 3 extra, especially when you're doing soft boiled, because chances are something's going to happen to them. So always cook a couple extra just because they're so finicky. Eggs out of the boiling water, soft, medium, and hard boiled. 7-minute, 9-minute, and 12-minute. You need to let them sit in this water for like 15 to 20 minutes and really let that water sort of permeate the egg, and sort of, it helps taking the shell off really quickly. I sort of learned this the hard way when I was working at a 1 Michelin star pub in London, in Fulham, called the Harwood Arms. We used to make tons of Scotch eggs. And what would happen is you're in a pub, you're busy, you're working, there's a lot of work going around. You'd cook all your eggs to do your Scotch eggs, 7 minutes, and then you'd like have them on the back line, you need to get to them. Hours would go by because you're so busy doing other stuff. You'd be sitting in ice water, but they would end up sitting in that ice water for longer than you expected. And what we found was the longer they sat in the water, the easier they were to take the shell off. But now what I do is when I need to boil eggs, I try to boil them earlier than I think I need them, and just let them sit in that water, let them sort of absorb that water and give you a really nice, easy way to peel the shell off, all right? How to fry an egg. The secret with frying an egg is to not have your pan too hot. You kind of want to go low and slow. You want to go medium to low heat, and you want to kind of put a generous amount of oil. I like to use olive oil. Don't use butter, because if you use butter and it gets too hot, the butter will start to brown and caramelize, and you'll get these sort of brown specks on your eggs. Crack it onto a flat surface. Don't use the side of your pan. Don't use a knife or a fork. Hit it on something flat. If you hit it with something that's sharp like this, the shell will go straight up into the egg. The chances of you breaking the yolk are higher. So I like to just crack it on a flat surface like this, and then just separate nice and gently. Okay, and let that go. I'm not putting any salt and pepper on it yet. I'm gonna wait and do that a little bit later, okay? I'm gonna pop that behind me. Now you can see this fried egg, how perfect it looks. It's just because of the gentle heat, all right? It's not stuck to the bottom. It's actually the perfect sunny side up egg. At this point, I'm gonna season, salt, pepper. So low, so gentle. Don't rush it. The poached egg is really not that complicated. People genuinely try to overcomplicate poached eggs for some reason. I haven't figured out why. I've seen it all. The thing that people try to do a lot when they're poaching eggs, whisk the water in a circle and drop the egg in so that the white surrounds the yolk and makes this. You don't need to do that. I've seen people put vinegar in the water. I've found that you don't need to do that. I keep it really simple. I only do one thing that's different, is I crack the egg into a passette or some sort of strainer that has close, small holes, because that water that sits around the white, it makes your poached egg just a little bit more messy, and it makes the water more messy. So what I do is crack the egg into a strainer like this, let that excess water that surrounds the egg white drip out, and that way you sort of just have a tight egg, which is white and yolk together. The fresher the egg, the tighter the white. Then I'm going to season the water, really gently pour that into my water. It's just below boiling. It's not going so much that it's gonna damage the egg or bump it around too much. It's just kind of low simmering, and then I'm just gonna let it go. Now, if you're doing a lot of eggs at once, if you're doing 15 eggs at once, get a rondeau or a nice big pot. You start at the top, 12 o'clock, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then you know the order in which you put your eggs in, so you know which ones to take out if you're doing multiple eggs at a time. Now, that poached egg has been in there for about a minute, and you can tell from the inside of the egg, when you sort of wobble it, you can tell how soft or firm that the yolk is, and if you know whether or not to take it out. You want it to be a bit runny, a poached egg. So you want to take it out a bit right there. Scrambled eggs. A lot of different schools of thought with scrambled eggs. The thing to keep in mind with scrambling egg is not having too much heat in the pan. Okay, I cook scrambled eggs with butter. I don't whisk the egg ahead of time. I just put the egg straight in the pan, like this, with the butter. Take a wooden spoon and just mix it with the butter. Don't let too much heat get in the pan too quickly, because you'll make them go rubbery. Just move it quite quick. On the heat, off the heat. You're putting heat into the egg, and then as heat goes into the egg, you're taking it off. And I'm cooking this on high. This is cooking on level 10 right now, but because of how fast I'm moving it, it's fine. Stop it right around there. Stop it at the point where it's starting to get thicker. Finish it with a little bit more butter to sort of cool it down. Stop the cooking and make it just a little bit more silky and smooth. Season with salt right at the end. Scrambled eggs. I'm going to show you how to make the perfect French omelette. An omelette in a 6-inch pan, 3 eggs is the perfect amount of eggs. I've made so many omelets. I've messed up omelets so many different ways. I've made perfect omelets, so I know all the secrets. The thing that you want to think about when you're making an omelet is you're trying to make the perfect scrambled eggs, but they're folded together with a filling inside of them. I like no color, personally, when I make my omelet. I start with a healthy amount of butter, like that. You need a rubber spatula that's pretty strong, that you're gonna be able to scrape the bottom and keep the egg off the bottom with. And you're gonna have the pan on medium to high heat. Let that butter melt. Use a good non-stick pan. That's very important, okay? Now your 3 eggs, pour it in. Now what you wanna do is you wanna move it. Keep the pan moving. Don't let that egg stick too much to the bottom. You're very much taking it on the heat and off the heat. You're not letting the ribbons of egg form too much together and cause like this big strands. You want very small strands. You want them to be broken up very small, and you don't want it to be too far cooked, but you're very much mixing it up and making a very even consistency all the way around. See how it's coming together? You want to stop it right around there. See how loose it is? Let that egg set to the bottom of the pan. If you let this process go too long, all these strands of egg are gonna set separately. It's gonna make for the top of the omelet to be very sort of broken up and not very nice. If the eggs are less cooked when you do this, it's gonna set to the bottom very evenly, very perfectly, and you're gonna have a nice smooth top. That's why you don't wanna make this first step go too long. All right, so you want to stop at like 50% of the way there. It's going to continue to cook, and right now is the stage where you go to add your stuff, add your cheese, add your meat, add whatever it is that you're going to add. If you're going to add something and it's a lot, make sure it's hot. Ham and vegetables and cheese, all those vegetables should be hot because there's not enough heat to actually heat all that stuff up. So I'm just going to add a little bit of chopped chives and some cheese. This is cheddar. They're very soft. You're starting from this side here, and you're just knocking that egg down. Look. Folding it onto itself, see? Sliding it off the bottom like that. And the egg just sort of folds together. You take it, you slide it right off onto your plate. Now what an omelet really is this inside of there. Finish it with a little bit of butter. That's it, that's an omelet. What's your favorite way to cook eggs? Let me know in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and send me pictures of your omelet because I want to see all of your omelets.